What good YouTube, yo? Welcome back to a video. We're talking about anime piracy today, and why it is dominating the legal ways, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's see what's up. My prediction is it's because it's easier. That's my prediction.
You can't win, pirates! Look at this flag! This symbol represents the
I'm gonna pause just in case. I mean, just One Piece. You never know with Toei Animation, man.
unity of over 170 nations. A power that spans the four seas and the Grand Line. This...
Yeah, okay, we get it. He's gonna shoot down the flag, okay?
In 2023, when asked about the efforts Crunchyroll was making to compete with the numerous anime piracy sites populating the internet, Crunchyroll president Rahul Pirini had this to say.
If we do our job right, we can convince fans to switch over to an official site.
No. You'll never beat piracy. You'll never beat free. You'll never beat free, easy accessible. I guess that's it, right? Yeah. Free, easy, and easy accessible. You'll never beat that when you are a paid subscription service that is very limited depending on where you live.
The other part is that we work in collaboration with our partners, whether it be Sony Pictures, whether it be our Japanese partners, using all the lawful means at our disposal to be able to talk to fans and address the anti-piracy issue.
Yeah, and on top of that, the fact they're working with Sony. Sony is one of the most greedy companies you can think of. So, being in the presence of Sony, they will increase prices for no reason, even though they don't necessarily need to. And you've seen it, because Crunchyroll has become more expensive lately. And then after that, like, you have Japanese partners. But the moment that we anime fans discovered that Crunchyroll is actually paying like jack shit to the Japanese partners that they're supposed to be collaborating with and supposed to be paying royalties to and stuff, turned out that that shit was bare minimum, and anime fans were getting very, very upset because they want to support their industry, they want to support their hobby, their medium that literally saved their lives for most of the people that watch anime. And then they get lied to by some Western company that says that they're paying their Japanese partners an acceptable amount when they don't. Well, then you already have it, because now morally they are not obligated to support you anymore, because clearly if they just buy from the source, they'll support them way easier and way better. Or they just decide to not, support at all and just pirate because they don't want to support a company that abuses and takes advantage of the medium that they love.
Yeah, that isn't working out, is it, Rahul?
Yeah, it's not.
Last month at the time of this video, it was revealed that one of the most popular anime pirating sites had close to triple the monthly viewership that Crunchyroll had, with 364 million views.
Yeah, like I said, easy, accessible, and free.
And considering how prevalent anime piracy is in this day and age, the number of viewers Crunchyroll is losing to these pirate sites has the potential to grow. In 2022, the Content Overseas Distribution Association reported that pirated Japanese content accounted for an estimated $13 billion in revenue losses, 5 times higher than what was recorded in 2019. Also, this doesn't have to do with anything, but this association has like a little anime mascot character that like explains to you why piracy is wrong, and
that's funny.
It's really adorable. Of course, pirated anime played a big part in these losses. It's just really easy nowadays to pirate anime and share it online, and people can access it through pretty simple methods.
Yep.
And believe me, the people in charge are more than aware of this, and they hate it. Just last year, a transparency report released by Google revealed that there had been over 400 million URLs requested to be delisted from Google search results by various companies associated with anime distribution.
Too bad, bitch. The Russian servers are never going to die.
That's a lot of anime being pirated, and needless to say, a big thorn in Crunchyroll's side, which is incredibly ironic considering the fact that they themselves started as an anime piracy site. Just like any other pirate site, they too would host unlicensed content and would actually be scrutinized by official anime distributors like Funimation for doing so. Oh, what a...
Yeah, I still don't get how they got, like, away with that. Like, they were a established pirating website, not the biggest or like one of the biggest, but they still were one, and then they turned a new leaf, I guess, and then started to, you know, stream legally licensed anime. But I still don't know how they got away with that.
Funny world we live in. Crunchyroll just kind of caught on, and eventually they were able to secure anime licenses officially, most notably Naruto Shippuden, which really helped put their name on the map. And now with their recent merging with Funimation, Crunchyroll boasts the biggest anime library of any Western streaming service. For a while, Crunchyroll was
in America. Let's keep it a buck. In America. Because us Europeans get shit. Okay? Let's keep it a buck.
The place to watch anime. However, this seems to be a sentiment that continues to be changing. Of course, we have these pirate sites that are capturing a very large amount of traffic, but even if we're to look exclusively at streaming platforms, Crunchyroll isn't even performing as well as Netflix, who in 2023 made double the revenue Crunchyroll.
That makes sense. The fact that they are second is incredible. Like, first of all right? Netflix is like obviously the biggest, right? The reason why Hulu is not as big is because the majority of like Hulu users are from America. Prime, same thing, America. But Netflix is one of the few actual streaming platforms that gives their respective subscribers, people that subscribe to the platform, actual content to watch outside of America. That's why they're so big. It's not just America-centric company. They are actually actively giving buying licenses so they can stream outside of America, and that's why they are the biggest. Crunchyroll does not do that fucking shit, alright? Crunchyroll has the bare fucking minimum, and it's embarrassing that they can even ask this insane amount of money for it.
Crunchyroll made from anime streaming, despite the fact that they have a far more limited anime library. In general, a lot of the public reception to Crunchyroll...
It's a guilty platform. I think it's a guilty platform because people want to support their industry, right? And they hear, oh, well, this company supports the industry I like, so I want to support this company, this streaming platform. And on top of that, I get to watch the anime I want, outside of the ones they don't have. But at least, you know, I'm doing something. It's literally the people that subscribe to Crunchyroll are the biggest pussies in the anime community because they are so... they want to like support the industry to such a significant degree that they even want to support a greedy-ass company as Crunchyroll.
Has shifted. I feel as though every other day I hear people complaining about the service and how much they absolutely despise it and how Crunchyroll killed their entire family and now they're on a quest for justice.
It's true, my family is dead.
Against everyone. Crunchyroll has wronged. Oh wait, that's Demon Slayer. I always get those two confused. To put it bluntly, a lot of people aren't happy with Crunchyroll and feel as though they'd rather get their anime from other venues.
Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe because they are, I don't know, dubbing their anime wrong on multiple occasions, making spelling errors, literally translating it to a completely different thing that the Japanese actually said. They're making god-awful anime like Garden Spice. What else are they doing? Oh yeah, they constantly have like voice actors come out being like weird or like just radical as fuck about things. What else is there? Oh yeah, just the whole Western the Western anime community is just fucked. because the people that are in charge of it are fucked.
Despite the lack of legitimacy from those certain venues. So why is that exactly? Before we get into this, I just want to clarify, this video isn't an endorsement for anime piracy sites. You know, like what you do is up to you. I don't really care. More so, I want to look over the different factors that play into people's decision to pirate anime as opposed to watching it.
He's going into psychology. I love psychology, man. I've lately really fallen in love with the science of psychology. I'm so intrigued on how people think and how they come to conclusions. It's fascinating to me. So yeah, this is absolutely my kind of video. Let's go.
Through official channels. And to start us off, one of the biggest things I've seen people complain about in regards to Crunchyroll is
Huh?
Oh my god, are you serious? It's buffering now? What was he gonna say? Oh, this is so irritating. Yeah, I constantly see people complaining about the fact that streaming on Crunchyroll is just a pretty awful experience.
Yeah.
And honestly, I couldn't really blame anyone for being fed up with it. Literally anytime I ever stream on Crunchyroll, there's always an issue, whether it's buffering, jumping between different image qualities, or even just straight up skipping. And I know what some people might say, you know, like your internet connection's just weak. It's not that bad. And I just have to say,
I mean, I gotta say, my experience on that topic is I do have it. I am one of those pussies, okay? But I'm sharing with a friend, okay? So it's not all my money. My friend is also paying for the same subscription. So I'm only half supporting it. All right, anyway. But from my experience, also most of the time, like, what if I'm reacting to like some anime and then, you know, I don't know. It gives a good image. I don't know. I don't really, you know, use it actually. I've lately just been doing my my 7Cs anime streaming, you know. But regardless of that, from what I've experienced, and I've used this platform for a while, I do not agree what he is saying. I have not really gotten that problem. Outside of the fact that Twitter is flexing that you know, every time something hype happens, the server crashes, primarily saying the One Piece and the Dragon Ball community here, like claiming that they crashed the servers of Crunchyroll. Outside of that, I don't really have seen anything really bad per se. I think the website functions well.
If I'm watching a new episode of Don on Crunchyroll and it's
Don is not on Crunchyroll, don't lie.
Constantly buffering and jumping in quality, yeah, I can turn on the same episode on Netflix and it runs flawlessly. I think there's an issue with your app. This even extends into Crunchyroll's subtitles. Often they'll desync with the episode or even have moments where people will be saying stuff and there's no subs at all. There's even been accounts of subtitles for one episode getting mismatched with the subs for another episode.
What? Oh, that's bad, bro. That's bad.
I mean, heck, I can understand why anyone would look at any piracy site and find it favorable in comparison. Because if those sites experience the same kind of issues, at least at that point, people aren't paying for it. It doesn't feel like Crunchyroll is giving people a value for their dollar.
Especially after they reconsidered the free watch experience. Before, like, I believe 2019, I think it's been a while back. You used to be able to watch Crunchyroll, but with ads, but it was free and it was like on 720p or some shit. It was not high quality. So that's what they had. They had like free anime that you could watch, with 720p quality, and you had like a couple ads in between or something like that. But they completely got rid of that whole thing. So they can't even say that, oh, well, you can still watch for free if you want. No, you can't. That's not a thing anymore.
A great example of this is the content in general. Whereas many of these pirate sites have expansive libraries of anime for free, Crunchyroll's selection is more limited. For instance, there's some shows that can't be purchased or streamed through legal means that are available on these pirate sites. Meanwhile, Crunchyroll has to go through legal processes for their anime licenses, and sometimes agreements and contracts with license holders don't go through or can even change for existing titles. Certain shows might
because they get bare scraps from it back. Duh. I get why Japanese studios sometimes be like, you know what? No, I don't think I'll give you the license and the rights to stream in the West our content. No, I don't think I will. I totally get that. Yeah.
Be exclusive to specific streaming services or can even be locked depending on the region you're in.
Yup. What is this? Is that the amount of like shows you can watch? Okay, hold on. Where's the Netherlands at? Because I live in the Netherlands. Let's see. Oh, Belgium. Okay, that's close. Oh, we're in the upper. Okay. Oh, Netherlands. Here it is. Look at that. Oh, oops. Where is it? Oh, there. Look at that. 148. Is that 148 shows I can watch? Oh, here's the number of anime. So it's from like 0 to like 1800. Now obviously the United States is all the way red because them bastards get all the fucking shows. Look at that shit, bro. 1700. It's insane. Actually insane. But regardless, China has where the fuck is my China is like all the way white, even though they have like a bunch of like censorship for China all the time, right? I don't saw the name, but somebody subscribed. Thank you very much. I don't want to lose my train of thoughts, so I'll continue, okay? But I appreciate your subscription. So yeah, like the United States gets all the shit, and you know, because Canada is like pretty much the same, you know, they're pretty much the same country, or the same continent, I mean. But yeah, like this is one of the big issues. Damn, Africa can watch nothing, man. Damn, I kind of feel bad. They can't watch Peak. I guess they got a pirate then, huh? What a shame.
Complete non-issue for pirate sites. That's why a lot of people find these sites much more convenient, and not helping things is the ever-growing resentment people are harboring for Crunchyroll. For instance, just look at how they managed the Funimation merger. For a bit of context, before Funimation was absorbed by Crunchyroll, people had the ability to purchase digital copies of anime and watch them on Funimation service.
Yep.
However, when Funimation fully merged with Crunchyroll last year, people's entire
last year? What? No, that has been going on for years. It has finalized last year? What? I heard that shit was gonna happen 4 years ago.
Digital libraries of anime were lost because this just isn't a service that Crunchyroll provides. After this happened, Crunchyroll said that they were going to be trying their best to compensate people for their lost libraries on a case-by-case basis.
They can't.
People have been incredibly underwhelmed by their efforts, to say the least. A lot of their concessions are very minuscule.
Yeah, because they already got their money, bro. They already have their money. Why would they try to police these people that are probably just gonna leave anyways?
In some cases, they might give you a few free digital copies of anime you lost on other video storefronts, and in other cases, they'll
Kenichi, that's fire.
just give you a free 3-month trial of Crunchyroll.
Wow.
This is compensation, especially for people who had hundreds of titles and spent thousands of dollars on these anime. Well, it's a joke. And that's something that Crunchyroll seems to be known for nowadays, taking things away. Since July of last year, Crunchyroll has disabled the ability to leave comments or
Yup, that's also a thing. They got rid of that as well.
Reviews on their service. And a lot of people
stupid.
are really upset about this.
Yeah, they ruined the whole interaction in the community. People were always like very active in those chats. like talking about the episodes, and then people were like replying to them and talking about, like, it was like a meetup place, man. People actually went there just to meet up with people that had like-minded taste in anime.
Now, Crunchyroll has come out and said the reason they did this was to counter hate speech and misinformation.
Yeah, and the only reason why they did that was because every comment on Garden Spice was terrible. Everyone was roasting the shit out of it because it was awful. And that's why they did it. It's just like when YouTube had the worst performing YouTube video ever produced by themselves, and then they deleted the dislike button. You know how companies are. You step on their tail and they'll retaliate. They can't take criticism well, man. They really can't.
And I get wanting to crack down on stuff like that, but in the process, you've also eliminated the sense of community as well as the voice of the people on your app. You didn't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You could have just had a report button and a team of moderators. It's not like you guys can't afford.
No. That costs money. You don't get it. That costs money that they do not want to spend. They have it. They absolutely have it, but they do not want to spend it. They can just easily just get rid of the comment section because viewer experience be damned, and then just save a bunch of money into what they would have actually paid a lot of money for. So it's a very good business strategy if you don't give a fuck about your consumers.
It. You are owned by Sony after all. That said, the whole Sony thing seems to be another point of contention people have with Crunchyroll. As previously mentioned, Sony bought both Crunchyroll and Funimation and have now merged the two entities together. They're also the majority shareholder in Kadokawa now. They have quite a bit of influence on the anime market. And a lot of people don't like the idea of Sony monopolizing the anime industry and would rather watch their anime illegally than support it. And it's
Yup, that's true. That's facts.
not like Crunchyroll is known for being a paragon of righteousness or anything. In 2022, when the time came to dub season 3 of Mob Psycho 100, Mob's English voice actor Kyle McCarley stated that issues were arising between him and Crunchyroll due to SAG-AFTRA, the union that he's associated.
SAG-AFTRA. We watched the video just now about SAG-AFTRA. They had like this whole issue with Genshin. Oh my god, they have more. This strike is affecting everything, man.
With SAG-AFTRA's purpose is to make sure that voice actors receive fair pay and treatment, and often Crunchyroll does not work with these unions. Now, Kyle was willing to work under a non-union contract, but even him just requesting that Crunchyroll simply talk to SAG-AFTRA was enough for them to replace him with someone else. Think about that. They would rather get rid of a beloved voice actor.
Yeah, but you realize the fact that they can do that, and I didn't even hear about it, that just shows how little fucks people give about English voice actors. Because I know the moment people hear like a different voice, like for example, Goten from Dragon Ball Z, they got like a different voice, right? Or like Teen Gohan on Kai, they got like a different voice for him. Everyone noticed. Everyone gave a fuck. But Mob Psycho 100, I have never in my life heard anyone say that they watched the dub for Mob Psycho 100. How can you watch Mob Psycho 100 without hearing "Oi mobber"? Like, how? That's part of the experience.
Actor for a main character than even associate with a union in any capacity. Shortly after this, it was also revealed that several voice actors for the Jujutsu Kaisen movie were paid scraps for their work. In particular, Inaris Quinones, the voice for Rika, and Chris Tagliaferra, the voice for Ijichi, said they were both paid a measly $150.
Wait, isn't Ijichi the guy that can talk? Hold on, I want to check this real quick. Who the fuck even is that? Did he even appear in the movie? I don't want to, side with people, not paying these guys, livable wages. I don't want to side with that. But the fact that I didn't even remember this guy being in the movie, that's Yeah. Bro, that's why you got 150, bro. I'm sorry.
In total for their time on the movie, which is just Jesus, dude. If that's not enough, they also treat their customers like trash.
Yep.
In 2023, Crunchyroll had to settle a class action lawsuit that accused them of selling their customers' information to third parties without permission,
and were forced to pay out $16 million in total to its customers.
Yeah, I did not get a single penny of that. Yeah, I'm still mad that I didn't get a single cent from that 16 million. That's fucked up. Okay.
Crunchyroll is kind of sleazy, and I find it hilariously
They work with Sony. What did you expect? Anyone that works with Sony is gonna be sleazy as fuck. Let's be honest there.
ironic that the company you're supposed to get your legal anime from comes off as shadier than the literal piracy sites. But honestly, Crunchyroll has done this to themselves.
Yep.
Pirate sites are always going to exist. They're kind of like the Hydra. You cut off one head and two more will pop up in its place. And a lot of people running these sites are able to keep them up by exploiting legal loopholes, keeping their identities hidden, or hosting them offshore. You're never going...
Russian servers. They have everything, bro. You know why there is like a whole part of Russia that isn't lived in because, you know, too hard, too cold, whatever. That's where they're stashing all them servers, bro. You really think those shits are gonna like overload or like overheat? No! They're not gonna overheat at all. They're gonna be cool as fuck. Alright? They don't even have to pay for cooling. They can just run these servers and they'll never overheat, and you can store every single thing you can think of there, bro.
Going to be able to get rid of them. So I think a big way Crunchyroll can combat them is to change how they operate. Of course, it's easy to say, oh, well, pirate sites are free. That's why people want to use them instead of Crunchyroll. But I also think there's something to be said about the fact that people just don't trust Crunchyroll anymore.
Yep.
They leave a lot to be desired as both an app and a company. And I think for a while now, after being seen as the primary means to watch anime in the West, they've grown incredibly complacent. They probably don't feel the need to put in a lot of effort or make changes because
they have no competition. The only competition they have is Netflix, and Netflix is not fighting for supremacy in anime content. They don't have a proper villain, bro. They don't have a proper antagonist. They have nobody to like fight against. They're the biggest anime streaming website in the West. They have no one who competes with them. They have a monopoly on this shit. Why would they give a fuck how they operate? They have no incentives of improving anything whatsoever. I think that's the issue here.
People will come to them regardless. However, that doesn't seem to be entirely true. With the revelation that both pirate sites and Netflix see more success than Crunchyroll does in their anime endeavors, I don't think they can really afford to be complacent anymore.
Yeah, because anime is no longer very anti-normie. A lot of people that you would assume are normie as fuck, they've watched Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer. You know, like, they be watching anime, bro. Like, anime is no longer this, like, secret, cold, full of weebs. Normal people watch anime now. And guess what normal people have? Netflix subscriptions. And what do you think people watch on Netflix subscriptions? Exactly. It's not rocket science, man. And the fact that people don't like Crunchyroll because they've been doing a bunch of fuck shit. They're barely paying their Japanese partners. Like, they have a dog shit player. Like, I can go on. Like, there's so much wrong with Netflix or with Crunchyroll that Netflix doesn't have at all. Yeah, sure, Netflix has done some controversy stuff, you know, like I don't know, releasing a film called Cuties about twerking little girls. Yeah, that was very stupid of them, right? But outside of that, like, outside of being very expensive, like, nothing on what Crunchyroll has done.
People like products that give them the least amount of resistance possible. They just want convenient means to watch their favorite anime and are more than willing to pay for it if those means are provided. And unfortunately,
who the fuck sits like this? No, listen, all right? Just a little bit of tension. This woman is sitting on a couch, right? Bro is sitting on the floor. What is my man doing, bruh?
Crunchyroll isn't doing that. They don't really listen to their fans or care about the issues they have. They seem to be...
They hate their fan base too. You can tell that by the English voice actors they hire. You can tell. Like, it's Funimation, Crunchyroll, like those two, they're in like some sort of relationship with each other. Business relationship, obviously. And they share the same values, share the same morals, share the same views. And they hate white straight men. And guess what? What's the majority of anime fans? Exactly, white straight men. They're ruining their own company, bro.
More than happy putting in the least amount of effort as possible. And it's frustrating to see. With Crunchyroll set in its ways and pirate sites increasingly booming from the anime craze, I don't think there's an end in sight for the great pirate era.
Ah, nice. That's a really good ending of the video. The great pirate era. Yeah. Wow, solid video, man. I'm subscribing. Holy shit. Yo, great videos, man. Kitsune anime. Holy shit. Very good video. Made some very solid points. Very good perspective of human psychology. Very good. Yeah, bro. Just a really good representation of why people like flock to piracy instead of Crunchyroll. Not per se like legal means. No. Crunchyroll. That's the key thing here. People don't like Crunchyroll because it's almost the same price as Netflix, and it is like 50% less content, right? But anyway, with that being said, let me know what you thought about the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and that's about it. Take care.